Lakers up by 7. Kobe now just 2 of 5 from the line and upset with himself. Foul on Parker. The Jazz in the second quarter just 4 of 15 from the field. Only a field goal over the last 6 minutes. And that foul on the Lakers puts them over the limit. And Kirilenko to the line. Gary Briggs, the Jazz trainer, taking care of things with Carlos Boozer, who apparently drew blood.
Marv, this is the 4th straight game that Utah has struggled in the first half of games. They've averaged 40 points per game in the first halves of the last 3, and they're just going to barely break that here with a couple more buckets. And some of it is turnovers. When they've had trouble this year, it's because they're sloppy with the ball. They have 10 already. They're near the bottom of the NBA, 23rd actually. They commit 16 turnovers a game. So that's where their growth as a team has to come from. They're great on the boards. They play with passion, but they've got to learn to execute Jerry Sloan's offense a little bit better with a little more conciseness, a little more feel, and they're throwing the ball a little bit around.
I know that Jerry does not appreciate when they throw the ball around.
No, they don't. I mean, that's what he sort of stakes his claim on. His teams have always executed for so many years with Stockton and Malone, the kicks, the hard cuts. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
There's Bryant, his eyes lit up when the 19-year-old C.J. Miles checked in. Kobe going right at him again. He's 8 of 13. He has 18 points, just under 2 remaining in this first half. Miles rejected. So C.J. having a difficult time. Start of the year in the starting lineup. This is a young man who spent some time with Albuquerque in the D-League last season. There's Boozer. And Utah way off in the second quarter.
Just doesn't look like the Utah Jazz that's led the NBA this year in winning percentage. Kobe again, but can't get that one to go.
Aaron Williams putting a move on. Smush Parker, beautifully done, and then able to go glass. So Williams 8 points, 6 assists in this first half.
Boy, has he been good this season. He's got a great combination of skills and basketball knowledge. Great feel for the game.
Ball knocked away by Miles. Good play and a foul. Loose ball foul. Well, it's on Miles. That's his second.
Well, we talked about the slow first halves that Utah has suffered through. Last 3 games, 42, 41, and 37 points. 2 of those ended up in losses, as you see. Last night they came back to defeat the Spurs, but offensively they have been struggling, turning it over, as we mentioned, and just not playing with that usual style.
Jazz beating San Antonio to stop a 2-game losing streak. Utah had lost 22 of the previous 24 to the San Antonio Spurs. Reminder, TNT Overtime is on all the time at NBA.com or AOL.com NBA, featuring commentary from, and to my right, Steve Kerr and Doug Collins. Exclusive interviews and complete replays of the award-winning Inside the NBA. The steal by Parker. He has Walton with him. The trailer Bryant goes at Kirilenko and scores.
I don't know how many guys in the league can make that shot over Kirilenko. Maybe LeBron and a couple of others. But that was pure improvisation on Kobe's part.
And Andre Kirilenko, always among the leaders in the shot blocking department. 3 a game once again this season. There's Miles to the fadeaway. That's the first field goal in quite some time for the Jazz. Lakers now lead at 49-41. Walton gets inside, and he will head to the free throw line.
Let's take a look at the circus shot by Kobe Bryant. Looked like he thought he had a pretty easy layup right here, and then he realizes, uh-oh, this is the guy that blocks 3 shots a game, and he throws it high off the glass with a little English, gets it to go.
Foul on Harpring, putting Luke Walton at the line. Luke hitting a three earlier, so continues the amazing accuracy from downtown. He's a starter this season, averaging 12.5 per game overall at 52% from the field.
It takes most players a few years to really play with confidence in the NBA, unless you're a real star. And I think for Luke Walton, it just came down to feeling comfortable on the floor, feeling confident even after you've missed a couple shots in a row. And it's the first time I've seen him in his career where he's felt that way.
Lakers in a spurt where they've outscored the Jazz 20-7 in this second quarter. Miles thought he took a hit. Final seconds of the half. Bryant playing for a last shot. Gets the pick. Bryant to the rim. Whoa! Serving up a facial. There's Williams. Harpring. Can he get it off on time? Nope. Waved off. Had it gone. And the crowd buzzing about that drive and stuff by Kobe Bryant.
That was unbelievable. I thought he was just going to lay that ball in, and he just hammered it over the top of everybody.
Lakers conclude the first half on a 22-7 spurt over the last 9 minutes, and they have a 53-41 lead at halftime. Kobe Bryant leads the way with 22. Let's go to Craig.
Well, Kobe, you told us you didn't feel you'd be back in full form until January after the arthroscopic knee surgery. But you certainly look like you are tonight. What's the difference? How good do you feel tonight?
I feel pretty good. You know, it's the knee's getting better, it's getting stronger, so I feel pretty good.
Only 16 field goal attempts so far this year. You have 16 already here in this first half. What did you decide to do tonight?
Just being more aggressive. You know, it's last game we struggled a little bit, and I feel like my teammates feed off of my confidence. So if I can come out, be more aggressive.
I believe it takes 5.
Well, you're not a fool, are you?
Fighting broke out overnight between rivals.
Find free videos from all across the web. Music, news, movie trailers, and full-length TV shows. All in one place. The new AOL. See what's here for you.
It is not just the strength of action. It's the strength of honor. Not just the strength to follow, but to lead. Not just the strength to push, but the strength to push yourself. It is more than physical strength. It's the strength to carry the things that weigh the most. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. Find out more at goarmy.com/strong.
It's game time. When the rim, what a finish! What a finish from the English on glass. What a block by Howard. Unbelievable play.
Off the hustle. Problem. Oh, what a play.
Four to shoot. Bosh for three. Oh, I don't believe it went in.
Phillip to Hamilton. 2 seconds. Blocked by Okur. It's over. How about that defensive play?
How you like me now? 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 How you like me now?
We are back at Staples Center in Los Angeles, the city of angels. Tonight's high-definition aerials being presented by Lexmark. Lakers up 53-41 as we head to the second half. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager, and the Utah Jazz with a struggling second quarter. They shoot just 6 of 20 from the field. On the other hand, the Lakers have been on fire, 20 of 40, led by Kobe Bryant, who had a brilliant first half.
Now, Kobe was awesome. I mean, 10 of 16. I think he looks more active and energetic than he has at any point all season. And he just attacked whoever was guarding him, whether it was C.J. Miles, Matt Harpring, Kirilenko. He had the turnaround fadeaways going. He had transition hoops. He attacked the heart of the Utah defense. And then at the other end, I thought the Lakers did a great job defensively. They handled Utah in the paint as we look at the game summary. Look at the rebound totals. Utah, the best board team in the NBA. Lakers 24-19, and LA forced 11 turnovers too.
You see points in the paint. Lakers 28 and the Jazz 18. The end result, 12-point Laker lead as we head to the second half. Let's check in with Craig.
Steve mentioned whoever was guarding Kobe, 3 different names. However, here in the second half, Jerry Sloan says it'll be mostly Andre Kirilenko, particularly down the stretch, whose responsibility it will to be trying to stop Kobe Bryant. Also, Sloan said, you know, it's amazing our second unit has been so strong in other games. Tonight, they were simply outplayed, out-hustled. The Lakers are far more aggressive. I said, is that the fact that you're playing back-to-back and perhaps 4 games in 5 nights? He goes, you know me, we don't make excuses. You just got to go out and play. Marv?
Well, Charles and Kenny were talking about possibility of back-to-back affecting the Jazz here tonight. In the previous second games of back-to-back, they have won 3 and lost 1.
Well, you know Jerry Sloan will never make an excuse, and he's not going to make one now. But I think a lot of times in back-to-backs, it is up to the reserve players to provide that energy. But just 4 for 14, 9 points for Utah's reserve so far.
Andre Kirilenko with his first block of the night. A pass off the mark handled by Boozer. They're just throwing the ball around, and Bryant got a piece of it. So the Jazz will maintain possession. Both teams are back to their starting lineups. For Utah, Okor up front with Boozer and Kirilenko. Point guard is Darren Williams. Ball slapped away. Once again recovered by Utah. That's the rookie Ronnie Brewer. And Williams from way downtown. Rebound is lost with both Kwame Brown and Luke Walton going for it. So Utah will get the new clock.
Well, Boozer got off to the quick start. He had 10 points, I think, in the first quarter and has not been heard from since. So Utah's got to try to establish him down low, and the way to do it is to get that offense clicking.
And there it is as Carlos Boozer takes the pass from Darren Williams. Assist number 7 for Williams, along with 8 points. Kirilenko able to tip it over to Okor. Utah at 13-3, the best record in the NBA. Kirilenko is fouled, and he will shoot 2. While the Lakers come in at 9-5. The foul on Bryant, that is his second. Andre Kirilenko had missed 5 straight games with a sprained right ankle. He's a guy who's been injury hit over the years. Returned against the Lakers last week, and Steven, that game he had 5 block shots.
And he also shut down Kobe Bryant in the fourth quarter. Kobe was 0 for 3 in that final stanza, and that's when the Jazz pulled away in that terrific game. But he's still trying to find himself this season, coming off that ankle injury. Doesn't have the jumper going just yet.
In that game last Friday night in Salt Lake City, Lakers allowed 64 points in the second half, led by 7 at the start of the fourth quarter. But as you mentioned, very quiet for Kobe and Lamar Odom. Bryant again able to extend and put it down.
Well, Phil Jackson worked on that zone offense the entire day yesterday, and apparently it worked. That's the first time we've really seen zone out of Utah so far after the Lakers saw it for 48 minutes against Milwaukee. And they did what they couldn't do the other night. They got the ball right in the middle of the paint. And that's the area you have to attack, right there. As soon as the ball goes there, the defense has to react. If you're Kobe, you can just get up over the top of everybody and dunk it. And he actually just pushes it, forces it over the rim.
Foul was called on Luke Walton. Second team foul on the Lakers. Kobe Bryant with 2 sensational stuffs. One right at the end of the first half. Williams with a nice move. It counts, and the foul.
What a beautiful move from Williams. He's so good at that penetration and then the ability to absorb contact. Watch him take the pass out of the double team from Okor, the crossover around Walton, and then draws the foul from Kwame Brown. And he has gotten himself in much better shape. I asked Gary Briggs, the Utah trainer today, I said, is it true he's lost 15 pounds? He said, it's more like about 5. Williams has worked on his conditioning. He hasn't lost that much weight, but he's gotten stronger and much more confident.
Kobe Bryant with a turnaround. 12 of 18 from the field, 26 points for Bryant. Lakers 57, the Jazz 48. Second of our TNT doubleheader. Earlier tonight, Pistons beat Miami 87-85. O'Core try to adjust on the shot. Handled by Parker. Pistons now 10-5. They have won 7 in a row, and now Bryant is fouled by Williams. So Kobe will head to the line.
He looks more like the Kobe Bryant we saw last year, who led the NBA in scoring at about 35 a game. Remember, we showed that graphic early in tonight's game. He's averaging 16 shot attempts per game this season, as opposed to 27 last year. Well, he's already at 18, so you can see he's in attack mode tonight.
Kobe Bryant changing to uniform number 24. He did wear that number as a freshman in high school.
Still doesn't look right. You know, I find myself, when I turn the Lakers on TV, I see the different number. I think that's somebody else.
Strong move by Boozer. So that's 14 points for Boozer. And we've heard about 12 different reasons as to why Kobe made the number change. There's a lob for Bryant. And last touched by Bryant. So here comes Deron Williams trying to fast break on the Lakers, and would have succeeded, but that ball was tipped away by Walt.
Well, Kobe's lucky because he spent that entire possession complaining to the officials, and Deron Williams just pushed the ball right down the throat of the Lakers defense. And they're lucky they didn't give up an easy 2.
Lakers ending the first half with a 22-7 run. Lakers lead is now 9. 3 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Kirilenko passed on a 3. A beautiful handoff to Boozer, and he is tied up. Nice play. They'll jump it up.
I think that's been the story of this game. Lakers have been really active defensively, and every time it looks like they're about to give up a hoop, they make a deflection, they come in for a block shot, they get a rebound.
It'll be Bryant and Boozer. Kobe did not like the fact that Boozer had his hands up. And the Lakers control. Bryant had a hesitation move, and he draws the foul. It's a blocking foul. And as you watch Kobe Bryant, you see the swagger has returned here tonight.
I was going to say the same thing. He's got that scowl on his face. He's had it since, I think, midway through the first quarter. He's coming off 2 very poor games. He hates to lose, we know that. And he looks awesome tonight.
What a beautiful pass, Bryant to Walt. Lakers up by 11. Boozer. There was contact. Foul is called on the Lakers, and Boozer will go to the line.
Well, we heard Charles Barkley talk at halftime about Utah looking tired, and I agree. I think he made a great point. And you can see right now in the opening minutes of the third quarter, they're coming out with a lot of energy. Deron Williams is making a point of pushing the ball at every opportunity.
Foul on Kwame Brown. That's his 3rd. Carlos Boozer in his 5th season. Duke, the subject of many trade rumors during the off season. Here's that beautiful feed from Kobe Bryant to Luke Walton. Question with Carlos Boozer is, can he stay healthy? He has missed 80 games over the past 2 years. Finished very strong though last season after returning.
Had the hamstring injury, and there was a point last year, Marv, where some Jazz fans were wondering whether he was faking it. He has a house out here in LA. He did until recently. Bryant with the hoop and the foul. But there was a lot of talk that Boozer was trying to find a way to get traded to the Lakers. And people were questioning his work ethic. And the Utah training staff said, look, this guy's got a severely strained hamstring. You can see how hard he's worked to come back to top form this year, performing at an all-star level.
Kobe Bryant with 31 points. He has all Laker points here in the third quarter. He has scored all 9 for the Lakers. Okor on that foul, number 4. He will come out in a moment. Jarron Collins over at the scorer's table. Okor passing up the shot. Kirilenko wide open, able to knock down a 3.
Now we're finally starting to see Utah play the way they like to play. Move the ball, spread the floor, hard cutting, good screens, and make that extra pass.
Here's Brown on the spin. Jazz looking for a traveling violation, but he was tripped up. Collins will come on. The foul is called on Kirilenko. That is his first. So Collins for Okor. Okor with 7 points, 4 personal fouls. Brown comes out to set the pick. And it is a defensive. Well, apparently Collins called for the reach-in foul.
Utah getting hit with a lot of fouls here tonight. Okor, we just saw him go to the bench with 4. Now Collins picks one up. And Utah already in the penalty here. So the Lakers will be going to the line for the final 8 minutes of the third quarter. That's tough when you're trying to claw your way back from a 10-point deficit.
Kwame Brown was set back by a sprained shoulder, missed the first 7 games. The overall #1 pick in the 2001 draft by the Wizards. Came out in the second half last season. Ended up at center with Chris Mim injuring his ankle. Mim's still out, recovering now from arthroscopic surgery. Asked Phil Jackson about Mim. He said the hope is that he'd be back in time for the playoffs.
Yeah, but nobody plays if you haven't played all regular season.
And it's batted out by Brown, who hears it from the crowd for the hustle.
Well, they've been searching for athleticism and activity on that front line the last couple of years. Kwame really came on last year toward the end of the season. And then Bynum's emergence this year has Laker fans really hopeful.
And Williams too strong. Bryant with the feed. Walton. Offensive foul on Luke Walton.
I think that's a tough call for Walton because it didn't look like he was out of control. I thought Williams kind of got underneath Walton, and sometimes with the officials, they're looking at the player's feet to see whether he's out, but you see he actually initiated the contact with that right elbow.
Second foul called on Walton. Lakers up by 11. Collins sets the pick. Williams gets it to Boozer. Off the double. Pass intended for Collins. And it's a Utah turnover. Oh, the steal by Brewer. Brewer to the reverse. It's put down by Kirilenko.
A little miscommunication between Lamar Odom and Kobe. Bryant was out on the wing in transition. Odom was trying to feed him the ball.
And the Lakers want to talk. So Andre Kirilenko. Now, Steve, you also changed your number, but not because you wanted to. You pretty much had to. You wore number 4 as a rookie with Phoenix. Obviously, this way before high-definition video. And then number 5 and 4 in Cleveland from 89 to 92. You were obviously confused. And on to number 2 with Orlando, hoping the lower number would help the career. Had number 25 in Chicago, back to 4 in San Antonio, back to 25 in Portland. That's the high on Steve Kerr look, and then finally the 25 in San Antonio. And number 24, Kobe Bryant, now has 33 points.
Well, I was just trying to change identity.
I see.
And it never worked. I was always the same guy.
Yeah, how did you consider the witness protection program, Steve? 6.5 remaining in the third, and the Lakers up by 11. Poppering. Utah continues to struggle with the shot. Bryant putting moves on Kirilenko, who does not go for it. And Bryant with the jumper.
15 out of 21 for Kobe Bryant. 35 points. This is vintage Kobe. I think it's really the first time that he feels like he's back. I mean, he's talked about it throughout this season, just trying to get his timing, get his strength, his speed. And it all looks there tonight.
Ball last touched by the Lakers, so Utah maintains possession.
Well, keep in mind, Andrei Kirilenko has the wingspan of about a 7-footer, and he stays right with Kobe, extends his arm, and Kobe just shoots right over the top and drains the jumper.
It's Collins. Collins on the rebound. Collins off the fake. Boozer. And a foul. It's on the Lakers. Both teams are now over the foul limit. Getting back to Kobe, he did have that 140-point game last week against the Clippers. Walton on the foul. That is his third. Last season, Kobe had a franchise record 27 40-point performances.
And you look at the graphic there, this season he's only been over 30 4 times. So clearly just trying to find his rhythm. And I would say he discovered it.
In this third quarter, Kobe with 13 of his 35 points. He's hit all 5 of his shots, 3 of 3 at the line. So Boozer with 17 points, and the Lakers now lead 69-58.
Well, they've got to continue to work hard on the glass. Mark, we talked about the rebounding at the beginning of the game. Utah has been dominant all season. Lakers, as Kirilenko picks up the foul on Kobe, which will result in 2 more free throws. Lakers with a 28-23 rebounding edge. And remember, when these two clubs met a week ago, it was 45-27 on the boards in favor of the Jazz.
Well, national television coverage of the NBA continues Friday on ESPN. The Kings and the Mavericks coverage starting 8 o'clock Eastern time, and then Saturday on NBA TV, it's the Sonics and these Utah Jazz starting at 9 o'clock Eastern time. It's 37 for Bryant. Lakers now lead by 13. It's their biggest lead of the night. Good job by Odom on Kirilenko, and then the ball lost by Harper.
They're just not themselves, so you can see it in their ball handling, their execution. They're trying here in the third quarter. They're trying hard. They're cutting and they're running, but it just seems like one of those NBA nights, 4th game in 5 nights, can't get anything going.
Here's Parker for 3. Handled by Collins. Nice crossover by Williams. And the foul is called. It is on Parker. So Darren Williams will head to the line. Last season, this is a Utah team that went 41-41, did not make the playoffs for a 3rd straight year. They finished 3 games behind the 8th place team, Sacramento. But 41 wins represented 15 more than the previous season, when they went a disastrous 26-56.
And I thought 41 was miraculous. I mean, that was a great coaching job by Jerry Sloan, because remember, they were without Carlos Boozer most of the year. They were out Andrei Kirilenko for much of the season because of injury, and they were putting together patchwork lineups throughout the season. And the reason they're 13-3 now, they are healthy and deep.
Although having their difficulties here tonight, Kobe Bryant on fire. He has hit his last 8 shots. He has scored 17 of his 39 here in the third.
And Kirilenko knows he can't put a body on him, because the Jazz are in the penalty. They have been for quite some time. Boozer gets the jumper to go. But Kirilenko knows he can't be physical with Kobe, or he's going to send him right back to the free throw line.
Lakers up by 13. Here's Kwame Brown getting it down low to Lamar Odom, and the foul on Carlos Boozer. That's the second on Boozer. Lakers have won 8 of 10 here at home. They lead the Pacific Division by a half game over the Sacramento Kings. They will be here on Saturday night again for the Clippers, although it is technically a Clipper home game on Monday night, home for Indiana. as this home stretch continues.
This is a good team. I mean, I don't know if many people expected the Lakers to challenge for the Pacific title, but I think they will, because they're much more well-rounded than they have been in the last couple of seasons. We know they have Kobe, but Walton's playing much better. You've got Bynum and Brown kind of playing a tag team inside. They're better defensively. I just think once Kobe is right, this team, and Kobe's obviously right now, this team's going to be tough to beat.
The shooting woes continue for the Jazz. Here's Walton taking to the rim. It counts in the foul. He protected it, went to the left hand, went right at Gordan Giricek, and Giricek called for the personal.
Well, some guys are one-footed jumpers and other guys are two-footed jumpers. Walton's a guy who likes to go off of two. That's why he gathers himself, gets up pretty high, and then switches over to the left hand, draws the foul. And Luke Walton having another solid game here tonight.
It's point number 10 for Luke. So the Lakers with an 18-point advantage. Williams with the nice pass to Boozer. Shovel, flip, and Boozer able to put it in, 78-62. Shot clock down to 8. Bryant for 3. Yes!
Oh, come on.
That's 9 straight makes for Kobe Bryant. He has 42. That's a season high. And Darren Williams back for Utah. 81-64 Lakers.
17 out of 23 for Kobe, just sizzling.
Just under 3 minutes to play in the third. Bryant for 3. Yes! 10 consecutive shots for Kobe Bryant. He has 45 points.
That was from about 27 feet.
Lakers up by 20. And already a chant of MVP. We're 15 games into the season. Luke Walton picks up number 4. Kobe Bryant, 45 points. He's hit 10 in a row, 2 straight from downtown.
I'm ready to give him the MVP award. Look at this one. About
season high, 40-point game against the Clippers. That's point number 46.
Well, Charles talked at halftime about Utah and the fact that they don't have a go-to guy, a top 5 or 6 player in the NBA type player. And Boozer is probably the closest thing they have, but he's not there yet. But this is the kind of game you see where you say, in the playoffs, if you don't have that one guy, it is awfully tough to win. And I think that's going to be Utah's challenge. They have to get much better offensively with their execution. See a foul there on Kobe. Utah has not handled the ball well tonight at all. They've got to start taking care of the basketball better, start running that Jerry Sloan offense and share the basketball as a team.
Third foul on Bryant. Giricek to the line with the Lakers over the foul limit. The Laker franchise record, most points in a quarter, is held by Kobe Bryant, who had 30 against Dallas, December of 2005. Think of Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor and Jerry West, but it's Kobe who has the record and is challenging it here, but we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Jordan Farmar check back in. Farmar with the ball. Farmar with a head fake. He's looking for Kobe. The ball is slapped away. 1 on the shot clock, and Farmar does not hit the rim. It's a 24-second violation.
Phil Jackson barks at his rookie. He says, shoot it. He thought he had a shot earlier in the possession, and I think one of the things that happens when you're a rookie playing with a Hall of Fame type player who's hot, you feel like you have to throw him the ball, but you still have to play the game. You got to take a shot if it's there.
Giricek got the step. Brown came over on the block. Bryant fires for 3, and he's fouled. He is fouled by Williams. So Kobe to the line, and he will have 3 free throws.
Well, this is what it's come to. I mean, Kobe had an advantage on the break here, but he's so hot, he's just going to pull up. And if you're Williams, you have to challenge that shot. I mean, you've just watched Kobe drain about 10 in a row, and he gets a hand on it.
So that is point number 48. Well, the NBA on TNT continues. Coming up next, it is Inside the NBA. Ray Allen shows us the art of shooting on TNT Fundamental. Kobe has been doing a pretty good job of showing us the art of shooting. Then next week, it's another NBA doubleheader. Game 1, Pistons going up against Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks, and we're told that Dirk is okay. And then in Game 2, it's the Heat and the Kings. Miami losing earlier tonight here on TNT to the Pistons, who made it 7 straight wins. Kobe Bryant with 50 points. 28 have come here in the third quarter. So he is chasing the franchise record for a quarter, which he possesses, as Boozer goes to the line. Carlos Boozer was hit by Kobe Bryant. That's 4 on Bryant, and Phil Jackson pull Bryant here.
I don't think he will. I mean, you got to let him go. The crowd would probably boo Jackson if he took him out right now. They got to just let him go.
Carlos Boozer, the high point man for the Jazz with 21. Phil looks really concerned.
He looks really nervous.
Checking the glasses, checking the framework.
And he's not about to take Kobe out. When he's playing like this, when he's got that jumper going, you know, his fundamentals are so good. His footwork is so good. His pivoting, everything. There's nothing you can do. You can't put him in a spot in which he's uncomfortable.
Iricek up on Bryant, who shoots over him and scores! That's 11 straight. He's tied a franchise record with 30 in this third quarter. 52 points for Bryant.
And even Jack Nicholson stood up. You know it's impressive when Jack gets off his feet.
Boozer? Yes. Lakers 91, Jazz 71.
I'd throw it to Kobe.
Excellent call, Steve.
Thank you. Finally, here comes the double.
Odom behind the back, and Evans is fouled.
Well, I was waiting for Utah to send a double team his way, and they finally did. And Lakers did the right thing. They swung the ball to the weak side. What a pass from Odom. That was beautiful.
Famar to Odom, who's able to sweep it behind the back, and Evans to the line. Foul on Boozer, his third. Not take the friendly hop. And Sasha Vujacic has come on for Kobe Bryant, receiving a standing ovation.
And Jackson doesn't even acknowledge it. You know, these guys actually get along very well now. There's been a lot written this year about the fact that Bryant and Jackson have made amends. But Phil's an interesting guy as a coach. He rarely cheers on a player.
And that is last touch by the Lakers. Would he acknowledge Michael Jordan after an extraordinary performance?
No, I think, you know, he just sort of expects it, and he's more concerned about what's going on in the action. And a lot of coaches would at least give him a slap, a handshake, something. I would have bowed in front of him, yes. Kissed his feet.
Easy, Steve.
Maybe not.
So Kobe with 52 points, 30 coming in the third quarter to tie a franchise record most points in a quarter, which was held by Bryant. And Kobe sitting down after hitting his last 11 shots. Famar on that foul, and the former Laker, Derek Fisher, who has seen a host of incredible performances by Bryant in his days with the Lakers. Derek spending 8 seasons with the Lakers. 5 under Phil Jackson, and somewhere George Gervin is saying, my record is safe. Glad to see Kobe take a seat. George Gervin had a 33-point quarter. to San Antonio back in April of '78, and coincidentally did it against the Jazz when they played in New Orleans. Here's Odom with time running. Good! That's a three.
Much around the basket area for Utah. They're missing a lot of jump shots. The Lakers, as we talked about, rebounding well.
Evans took it from Bryant and actually wanted Kobe to make a move to his right, and Kobe said no, and then Evans hit the shot. Bryant called for the foul. That's number 5. Now here's Boozer checking back in. Brewer is back.
And now Kobe is going to switch over to Brewer because he has the 5 fouls. And they'll put Evans over onto Kirilenko.
Lakers in a romp. They're up 106-83.
I'm actually surprised that Kobe came back into the game so quickly.
Oh! Maurice Evans with 12 points. Okor. Well, we have 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant with 52 points, equal the franchise record for a quarter with 30. At one point hit 11 consecutive shots, and it's all going in for the Lakers. Farmar hits from downtown.
Well, the other night against that Milwaukee zone, Marvin, the Lakers took 37 three-pointers, most in franchise history. They're 6 of 13 tonight, so they've been much more selective, much more patient. Of course, they haven't faced a zone very often, but this is a much more well-balanced offense we're seeing out of LA.
Yeah, Phil Jackson said we're just chucking up the three-pointers the other night. It's knocked away by Kirilenko. Brewer lost it. So the Lakers get it back with just under 6 remaining in this fourth quarter.
It's been all Lakers, and when
on the Jazz, Kobe Bryant looking to add to his 52-point total, but once again it's Jordan Farmar hitting from beyond the three-point line.
Feeling it. I think that's his 3rd three-pointer of the night. Came into the game shooting a little over 30% from beyond the arc, so Farmar starting to feel the touch.
Here's Boozer. 26 for Boozer. Most points in a game thus far this season. Michael Redd hit 57 back on November 11th against the Jazz.
And he had 45 here 2 nights ago.
Oh, what a pass. Bryant whipping it from Bynum, who was pushed. But Bynum will go to the foul line. Foul on Boozer.
Last 2 possessions, Kobe has looked for teammates. He hit Farmar for the 3, and then finding that pass through traffic to Bynum.
Now D. Brown, rookie out of Illinois, 2nd round draft pick, one of the many 2nd round picks, as you mentioned, for Utah, has come on for the first time. C.J. Miles also back. Boozer and Kirilenko will sit.
I think it's time to sit Kobe, too. You've got a 28-point lead, 5 minutes left, and the Jazz are emptying their bench. You can't mess around now and sprain an ankle or something.
And I say this in the most affectionate way possible. It is now garbage time.
I love you when you say that.
Although with Kobe on the floor, there is obviously still a curiosity as to how many points he will end up with. There's Okor getting inside and fouled by Bynum. Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig?
Well, Marv, you mentioned the 30-point third quarter by Kobe, the fact they made 11 field goals in a row. They've just now been passing out the stat sheets for the third quarter to everybody around here in the press row. They didn't realize he had such a great quarter. Then you look, 9 out of 9 from the field, 10 out of 10 from the free throw line. Shot 19 times in the third quarter, made all 19.
All right, Craig, and now Kobe Bryant receiving a standing ovation, and Phil is up, clapping Little high
You
five.
can give him a high five. How about that? That's a great way to put it from Craig. He shot 19 times, and he made 19. I've heard Doug Collins say before on telecast, you know, to see the ball go through the hoop once or twice makes it so much easier to take the next one. How about when you see it go through the hoop 19 straight times? Are you feeling any confidence then?
Well, this will go down as one of the great performances of all time for a single quarter. Nice move by Brewer. As Kobe Bryant comes just shy of the all-time record that was set by George Gervin against the Jazz franchise when they were in New Orleans. So the Iceman's record lives on. Turiaf played well, able to give the Lakers a 118-91 lead, and that equals most points by the Lakers this season.
I seem to remember Sleepy Floyd having a huge quarter against the Lakers, possibly even in a playoff game, maybe
Yes.
maybe 29 or 30 in one quarter. I don't know if that's the playoff record. Maybe we can have Mr. Stats, Elliot Kalb, look that one up.
He's been very busy here tonight.
It's not going to be a whole lot of fun over there in Salt Lake the next couple days.
Evans is fouled, and he will head to the line. The foul on Jarron Collins. Lakers have hit a season high 131 points, and they continue this stretch playing at home. As we have discussed, 16 of their first 20 at Staples. Aside from last Friday night's game in Utah, they are here for 13 straight. That includes one game against the Clippers. Brown is fouled. Turiaf looking for the block. We're down to 7 seconds remaining. Lakers will go to 10-5, and again, looking at the brighter side, they have won 6 of their last 8. They come off a loss here at home to the Bucks, and they will move a full game in front of Sacramento on top of the Pacific Division.
And they've got the Clippers coming up Saturday in a Clipper home game, which is always fun here in Los Angeles. But Lakers off to a good start this season. Great effort tonight.
Final score, Lakers 132, and the Jazz 102. And it's Kobe Bryant that people will be discussing tomorrow with his 52-point outburst, 19 of 26 from the field, 12 of 15 at the line. He had 30 in the third quarter. And here's Kobe with Craig Sager.
Well, Kobe, you talked to me at halftime, said you're feeling pretty good, but then you go out in the third quarter and score 30 more. What did it feel like to be in that type of zone?
It feels great. It feels like I'm playing PlayStation or something. You just get in one of those grooves and you just feel like you can't miss.
You came out with a minute to go there in that third quarter, just 3 points away from the all-time record held by George Gervin. Were you aware that you were that close to the record, and why'd you come out?
No, I had no idea. You know, at that point, you know, the game's in hand. He's just trying to execute, get our young guys some confidence.
That game that George Gervin had was the final game of the 1978 season when he was trying to win a scoring title against David Thompson, so he's putting up shots all over the place. You had 19 shots that third quarter, 9 out of 9 from the field, 10 out of 10 from the line, didn't miss a shot. Has to go down with one of the greatest performances ever.
Well, thank you. I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good. Like I said, the basket was pretty good. It felt like I was playing a video game.
Talk a little bit about this team. You're on a home stretch here. You had obviously taking care of business. How good is this team going to be?
Well, I mean, we're young, you know, but we're a scrappy bunch, and we play hard. And, you know, who knows? Who knows? We just continue to improve and get better and then see where we end up.
You had the hot hand tonight, but how much is it that your legs are getting back?
Yeah, my legs feel good. You know, it's just a matter of trusting my legs now, you know, because they feel fine. And when we come back from injury, sometimes the last hurdle is just trusting them again.
Terrific performance. Thanks for the highlights.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marv.
All right, thanks, Craig.
I'll see y'all soon.
Lakers hit 28 of their last 39 from the field, so they shoot nearly 75% over that stretch. They finish at 60% for the game. Kobe Bryant with 52 points, and at one stretch he hit 11 consecutive shots.